Chapter 10. Wednesday night, the rat nodded off at 9 o'clock, only to wake up again at 11, unable to get back to sleep. Something is squeezed tight around his head, as if he had on a hat 2 sizes too small. A downright unpleasant feeling. Nothing to do but get up. The rat walked into the kitchen in his pajamas and gulped down a glass of ice water. Then he started to think about her. As he stood at the window watching the beacon light, his eyes drew back along the jetty until he was looking in the vicinity of her apartment. He thought of the waves pounding in the darkness, the sand peppering her window. But no matter how much he thought about it, he never made any headway. Who was he kidding? Ever since he'd met the woman, the rat's life had become an endless repetition, week after week. He couldn't keep track of the date. What month was it? October, probably. Or was it? Saturdays he'd see her. Then for 3 days from Sunday to Tuesday, he'd dwell on the memory. Thursdays, Fridays, half the day Saturday, he'd be making weekend plans. That left only Wednesdays up in the air, with nothing to do. No progress, no setbacks. These Wednesdays. After a leisurely 10-minute smoke, he changed out of his pajamas, put on a windbreaker over his shirt, and went down to the underground parking garage. After 12, there was hardly a soul out and about. Only the street lamps shining on the darkened streets. The shutters on Jay's bar were already rolled down, but the rat pushed them up halfway, ducked under, and headed on downstairs. Jay sat alone behind the counter smoking a cigarette, some dozen towels he'd washed draped over the backs of chairs to dry. Just one beer, how about it? Fine by me, came Jay's cheerful reply. It was the first time the rat had come to Jay's bar after hours. All the lights were out, save the ones over the counter. Even the ventilation and air conditioner were silent. Only the smell that had soaked into the floor and walls over the years lingered. The rat stepped behind the counter, took a beer from the refrigerator, and poured himself a glass. The air hung in layers of murky darkness out beyond the bar, warm and dank. I really hadn't planned on coming here tonight, the rat apologized, but I woke up craving a beer. Be out of here before you know it. Jay folded up the newspaper, put it on the counter, and brushed some cigarette ash from his trousers. No need to drink and run. I'll even cook something up for you if you're hungry. Nah, that's okay. Don't bother. Just beer's fine.